Hi, YouTube friends. It's Susan from the Narcissistic Abuse Journey Alliance. I've been wanting to make this video for a while now, but I needed to get my thoughts together. Today I want to discuss how 3 ex-narc boyfriends reappeared, hoovered me after over 30 years. I think we'll call them Larry, Curly, and Mo, because that's about the size of it. My husband unfortunately died just 2 years ago. To say my husband's death is a horrible loss to me is an understatement. Within a couple of months of my husband's death, these ex-narcs contacted me out of the blue. I don't have a personal Facebook page, so they probably somehow found me on the internet, which I know is not hard to do these days. The common denominator was that I broke up with them all those years ago. I let them go. There has been no contact whatsoever in over 30 years. 2 of them live out of state, and 1 lives about a half an hour from me, currently. I didn't bump into them in the grocery store. I didn't see them in a restaurant. I didn't see them at a high school reunion. Nothing. I knew these clowns when I was 16 to 17 years old, mid to late 20s. And I'm in my 50s now. So there I was, minding my own business, grieving my husband at the lowest moment of my life. And who shows up? Larry, Curly, and Mo. Unbelievable, really. But it just proves that they're predators. They're always looking for supply, positive or negative. A narc operates at a low energy vibration, a low vibrational frequency. They're bottom feeders, pond scum. They're always miserable, and they're always looking for supply. And I think they were looking, misery loves company. But isn't it interesting that they smelled blood after all those years? They just could not wait to stick their fangs into my neck and suck that blood, those energy vampires. I mean, it is quite interesting. But what they hadn't planned on is that it wasn't misery loves company. I certainly was not happy that I lost my husband, but I wasn't unhappy in life. So I was ready for them. And yes, I did talk to them because, yes, I was curious, of course, after all those years, what they could possibly want or possibly say. And they had nothing to say. One said, "Oh, I thought we could always be friends." And another one said, "Oh, I've thought about you over the years." Really? They're all married. I mean, what guy in his 50s who's happily married digs up an ex-girlfriend after 30 years? They thought it was misery loves company because that's how they operate. I guess they thought they'd get some, real good supply out of me. But I'm not that same empath that I was over 30 years ago. So they had nothing to say. They can't let anything go. They're still hanging on to the rope because everything has to be on their terms. They're control freaks. They sideswiped me. A surprise attack. They're devious. When I'm at my lowest, most vulnerable moment in life, they show up. It's pretty bizarre. They can't change. What guy in his 50s who has a happy life, is happy with their marriage, digs up his old girlfriend after 30 years? No one does that. It just proves that they have no respect for their partner and treat their partner like an object. They are shallow, have no empathy, and are consummate actors. They go from one show to the next. That's all it is. And they always get bored. Always looking for new supply. Always looking for an ego boost. It's been discussed, can they change? If they could change, what percentage? Maybe 1 or 2%? And I think about how much energy that would take. Think about how much energy it has taken for all of us to make positive changes in our lives. It takes work. A narc is lazy. They don't want to be uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form. The energy it would take for them to change, well, I'm exhausted just thinking about it. They have no capacity for self-examination. None. Zero, zilp, zilch, zippo, nada, nothing. No capacity. If they had some capacity to change, they would not be digging me up after 30 years. For those of you out there that are wondering if they are loving or having a better time with their new supply, they are not. They will repeat the same dysfunctional, toxic behavior patterns over and over and over again. The new supply is just enabling them. They're an ostrich. They've got their head in the sand. They don't know about narcissistic abuse. They don't know about the toxic behavior patterns. Narcs are aliens. I do believe in the light and dark forces of the universe. And narcs are definitely a dark force. And I think having had this experience, I have to say that invisible energy magnet is alive and well. It's pretty creepy. I think this is an example, a good example of that exists. And I think it's creepy. When the mask slips, it can be scary because it's so apparent that no one is home, no one who cares, no one with empathy. They are unable to make healthy attachments with other people, healthy emotional attachments. They have the creativity and personality of a doorknob. That's right, a doorknob. There's nothing there. They're shallow and unable to connect with anyone on a meaningful level. It's all smoke and mirrors, all a show. They're consummate actors. Let's be the change we want to see in the world. By working on ourselves, we raise our energy vibration and help make the world a better place. Being conscious and not being afraid to take risks in life, that's what it's all about. I could go on and on about toxic narcs. Narcissism is on a spectrum, and there are all different levels of it. So I could go on and on about it, and I probably missed some pertinent points, but for now, I'm just going to say thank you for watching this video. I'm sending love and hugs, and I'll be in touch again soon.